Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dangerous Mondays. I'm Dave Selezen Hughes, freshly returned from Fantasticon 2017, coming at you live from Derby Town. Yeah, how is everybody? Is everybody out there? Is anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? It's been a busy week. It's been a busy time of day. It seems quite quiet out there in Twitch land. I'm just wondering if I'm definitely streaming. Let's see. Yes, we are. But it has been a fraught, busy, ridiculously horrifying few days. So yeah, at the moment I'm only talking to YouTube basically, because when this goes up on YouTube, it will be obviously saying this. But yeah, this stream's got a bit of a weird name. I usually have it as the Road to Riches or the beta thing. Garzini, it's Garzini. Garzini, I thought you were supposed to be at Fantasticon. Did you say you were going, or did you say you weren't going? I can't remember. I thought you said you were going. If you did go, I didn't see you. Oh, cold sore coming. That's sore. Yeah. No, don't do that. Yeah, I've named the stream the one where I show how I broke DJTruthSayer, which is kind of a play on the way that DJ names his streams. Now, I think... it was the Expo. Sorry. Alright, fair enough. The reason being is that once things get going a little bit and I get past the intros and so on today, I'm going to show a few things, a couple of things. Essentially, a short video recorded by the lovely Kate Russell, and I'm going to show a picture on screen if I can get the right information into the right place on my network. So just let me quickly do some faffing about. I'll use that for the time being. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to save it. There you go. There's the title, just pops up on the screen there. And I've got a funny feeling we're about to be invaded because a name has just popped into my chat list that I recognise. And he is the instigator of the nefarious goings on that's occurred. Because what I did, I was going to do privately. What I ended up doing on a recommendation from someone was doing it publicly. So I'm going to put the intro screen off. I'm going to just make sure that everything's lined up properly on the screen. I seem to be in a bit of a strange place, so I'm going to move that camera along a little bit so I'm a little more central, and I'm going to move that out of the way so it's a little bit out of frame. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. Let me just grab that link that I've just sorted out. We go there. Interesting. Shared ED transfer. That one. Grab that link. Sorry, I'm being technical now. Just 1 second. This won't take long. I'll close that, and then oops. And we'll go back to that and that. Right, there we go. Okay, right. Back to Internet Explorer / Chrome / whatever the hell it is I'm doing. Paste and go. Cool. No, shut up. That's not sorted out. Right, okay, so what have we got going on? DJTruthSayer has arrived, I would say. I can see his name in the chat there. I hope everyone can hear me okay. So yeah, this weekend was Fantasticon. Shall I go into... Well, let's go into that for the time being. Yeah. So what did we do at Fantasticon? Well, it was amazing. Again, initially, the original thing I'm going to say, the first thing, I'm very tired, I'll get into that in a bit, is Dan and Gabby Grubb, Fantastic Books Publishing, whatever they want to call themselves this week. I've put on, again, an absolutely amazing convention. Every year it gets better, and this year was just no exception. Everyone had loads of fun, me especially. I loved it. There was loads of stuff that went on. Colin! The thumb is here! Because DJ says I'm the best. I know he does, but it's really easily pleased. Really easily pleased. But yeah, I think he's the best as well. That probably came out somewhere. But anyway, way! It's the invasion. They said they were going to pop across and see me, and they were not lying. Please welcome everyone, the viewers and denizens of DJTruthSayer stream who've all just popped into chat there. I'm going to put that back onto the main screen, so I'll go back onto that so you can see it all flipping along the bottom of the chat window there, so you're not wondering what the hell I'm talking about as usual. But yes, so Dan and Gabby again sacrificed their own time, their own sanity, their own money, whatever else it was they sacrificed to put on another 2-day convention this year, and it's amazing. I can hear that fan again. Yeah, probably. That's because it's a fan. That's because my computer runs hot, so get used to it. Welcome it. Embrace it like a child you may have lost behind the fridge, because it will be with you for a long time. Yeah, so what can I say about it? I mean, I could go on about individual things that happened, but the whole thing was just so much fun, so exhausting, and so satisfying. The big thing for me, there's Mad Dog here. Oh, crying out loud! We have some special guests in the chat. I saw one name fly past there. I don't think it's still on the screen there, but I've still got it here. Amelia Tyler. Now I've just watched. Open my mouse because I just ate some food and a bit of sauce. But Amelia Tyler. I can't remember the name of the other guy because I was kind of not paying attention to this bit of the con, because I was running a game. I was running the RPG, and I really wanted to go and see what they'd laid on, which was, thank you for the follow Turtle247, and thank you for the follow Ray Scudder. But Amelia Tyler and another chap, who I'm sure somebody in the chat will tell me the name of, put on an absolutely amazing acted out scene from Drew Wagar's Premonition. Sorry, Elite Dangerous Premonition, to give it its full title. They acted out a scene from that, and oh my god, I've just watched it on DJ's channel, and it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. There was swordplay, there was acting, there was ham. It was great. I'm sorry I missed the live one. I really am sorry I missed the live one, because it looked like it was amazing. But even seeing it on screen, even seeing the quality of the acting, the quality of the personifications, and the sword fighting itself, stunning, absolutely stunning. Apart from when the bloke hit the metal railing with his sword, which was a little bit unfortunate, but recovered well. Jay Britton, voice Jay Britton, at voice Jay Britton. Two absolutely amazing actors. If someone would be kind enough to post the link to that video, I may pop it on later on as a bit of a chatty thing. But yeah, it was just an amazing thing, absolutely amazing thing. I cannot espouse wonderfulness enough about it. So yeah, the lack of mix. It was loud enough. I think the biggest problem that you had was that bloody drone, because that bloody drone came overhead and it just muted everything out. Although that guy doing the drone stuff was amazingly good, yeah, there were times when I could have quite happily grabbed his drone out of there and just threw it at him. Because the buzzing noise, especially when somebody was on a microphone, and obviously the stuff that people have been recording over the weekend, you're going to have this whining noise a lot of the way through a lot of it. I'm sure it has recorded some amazing stuff, and it's lovely that it focused on a lot of different parts of the convention, and it's going to have some amazing footage, but Jesus Christ, next time get a silenced one. For me. Yeah, but an idea that I had, I'm going to pop into the sort of main thing that I wanted to grab while the people. Sorry, JBritain underscore is at JBritain underscore. It's JBritain's Twitter name. If you want to follow him and stalk him like we do to all sorts of people. I'm not sure whether I should condone that, because obviously the guy kind of said how much it cost. It does actually. It kind of does fit with the mythos, really, doesn't it? Mad Dog's comment there, although it's kind of tongue in cheek, I think it does fit, because if it hadn't been so loud, it would have actually added a little bit of imperial. I'm tired. Words are not coming. A little bit of imperial intrigue into it. Is that who's watching this on the drone? So yeah, you could add that into the story if you like, if it'd been a bit quieter. But yeah. So yeah, one of the main things that I did while I was there was I played my RPG for the first time in a long while. I didn't play my RPG at any conventions last year, and I've not been to any conventions this year for a variety of reasons. We couldn't afford and didn't have time to go to Elite Meet in Bristol this year, and we weren't able to go to LaveCon this year because it was my son's 18th birthday, and we had loads of plans across that week. So Fantasticon has been the only convention I've been to this year. Last year I didn't do the RPG because it was in a state of flux, and I wasn't particularly in a place where I could really play it confidently, because it was in the middle of so many revisions and all that kind of stuff. So this year was the first time I played it, and a couple of days beforehand, as you're probably aware of from last week's stream, John Lunn, producer of the Elite Dangerous RPG, the rival product, popped on stream and had a chat about his game, and we said that we were going to go on to run each other's games and have a bit of a go at each other's games and support each other at the convention this year. And we did. It didn't quite go as planned, because both of us kind of got caught up into the. Tell you what I'll do, actually, I'll put the ED on the screen just briefly, so that you've actually got something to look at there. It's not much at the minute because I'm actually I bought a new joystick and I'm configuring the joystick at the moment, so I do apologise. It's all kind of up in the air. Yeah, so John Lunn was there, and it didn't go as planned because we both got kind of caught up in the socialising aspect of it. I always have a problem with conventions where, and I'm sure it's not just me, I'm not being particular about it, but when you go to these things, I'll tell you in a sec, Colin, when we go to these things, everyone has the same problem, because you see people for the first time in God knows how long, and you have to talk until you walk 5 yards, Selezen, and that's you gone, and you're trying to get from your table to the door to pick something up, or to go and get a drink, or to go for a wee, or whatever, and then on the way there you're accosted by 12 people, and on the way back you're accosted by 12 people. So you go for a wee and you come back an hour and a half later, and through the first half of that first day, the both of us were never at the desk at the same time. We're never at our gaming table at the same time. So I'm standing talking to about 5 different people, and John's sitting there waiting for me to come back and get some stuff done, and then he goes away to go and get a drink or something, and I eventually get back to the table and he's now talking to 5 different people. So the first day was just a nightmare, so we did not get anything done that first day. Nasher, thank you for the follow. I hope you bring Dennis with you. So that first day we decided about just after lunchtime, are we going to do a game, and we both went, you know what, we're just socialising. We're chatting it up today. Let's leave it for today, and we'll do some games tomorrow. So Sunday, the plan was to run one of each other's games, and in the end, John again was kind of tempted by the socialising and chat aspect of things, and he was only there for a little bit of the day anyway, so he had to go away at 3. So we said, right, which one is it we do? Do we run EDRPG or do we run Elite Encounters? And he said, you know what? I'm not really an RPG player. I'm an RPG producer. I'm a publishing type person, marketing person. I'm not really a player. I would love to play your game. And I thought, oh my god. So he was happy to do that, and gave him the choice: do you want me to play my game or do you want to play your game? And he went, I want to play your game. I want to see what it's like. I've heard so much, I want to see what it's like. So that was awesome. So thank you for that, John. It was an honour and a privilege to run my product for you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Apparently he did. He thoroughly enjoyed it. He says it was a good going romp with a good story. He enjoyed doing the character generation stuff because it was quite it gave an idea of what the system's actually like. one of the things that I said to a couple of people afterwards, including Anne Tweed, if Anne hopefully comes on tonight at some point, was that doing the character generation part of it gives you an idea what the system's like. So it introduces you to what the game is actually on. There is a link just above where you've posted there, Amelia, if you want to have a look. It's on pre-order now. I am literally just waiting for David Braben's final sign-off. Hopefully it'll be an approval sign-off, and I can start actually getting it released. So yeah, by all means have a look at that link just above you there on the chat, the Nightbot post. And if you like it, pre-order. So yeah. Yeah, it went well. The character generation part of it gave us an idea what the system was like, and I'm glad to say that people were looking at it for the first time. Now, Sam Stanley's a chap that was at the convention this weekend. He's played the game before. He played it about two and a half years ago at LaveCon and Fantasticon 2015, when it was a whole different game. And with the aid of the parts of the book that I printed out for the convention and the quick reference sheets that I've done off, that I printed off for people, the character generation part of it, even for Sam and even for John and everybody else, I had minimal involvement, apart from telling people page numbers, which is one of those things that if people have bought the book and are going to play the game as is, they'll know the page number because they'll have hopefully read it before they play. You come in cold and you're obviously having to pick that stuff up as you go along, which is where I come in to say, it's on this page, it's on that page, it's on the other page, blah blah blah. And it went well, it went great. It took a bit longer. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. Wow. I'll tell you what, if you go into, if you have a chance, I want to see some photos of the convention that include some stuff with John and so on. Nip onto my Facebook page, which is Selezen Lake, and I've posted some photos from the convention on there, and there's a couple of the game there as well. So a couple of photos of John Lunn and a couple of people playing. I don't know if I posted all the ones people playing. If not, I'll get onto it. And obviously it's a bit longer, yeah, it's fine. But that's a great idea, Mad Dog. That is a great idea. We'll come back to that at some point. Maybe not tonight, but definitely, Amelia, Mad Dog, DJ, if you're still there, if anybody wants to sign up to an online session of it, then once I've got the final approval and it's all released and I get all the pre-orders out of the way and I get all the deliveries done for the electronic books, then I'll set aside some time to run the actual game so that I can do I'll do a little bit of stuff. So that would be quite fun. But yeah, I mean, if you and your group would do it, and it's not DM Mad Dog, it's LM, Lore Master. But it would be interesting for me to actually see other people GM it. I'd love to see a whole group, like a group that's used to playing with each other, know each other's ways and means, to see them play it. So there you go. But I would be honoured to run a game for the likes of Amelia, Mad Dog, DJ, whoever else is interested. Colin, obviously, if Colin wants to have a go. And Colin, definitely, yes. Well, as I said before, we have to do a bit of a online play of the miniatures rules now that the RPG version of it is out there. So, yes. These are all things that we should talk about at some point. These are all great ideas. I don't want to make this another vocal me talking at the camera podcast type thing today. I want to do a bit of playing at some point, but this is a great thing. Mad Dog, that would be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing to put together a regular group, but I need to get the Kickstarter stuff done first. Doing a couple of games, maybe one a month or something like that. Just put together some information, some videos and so on for marketing purposes would be great as well. But I would absolutely love to do a weekly session, but I need to get things in. My ducks in a row first. My Selezen's in a row first before I come to that. But yes, that would be amazing. And if you're interested, Mad Dog or Amelia or anyone else, then by all means, pop me a mail or pop me a PM or pop me a Facebook message or whatever it is you people do on that socialising, networky stuff. Dude, I am. I get one night a week in front of a computer at the moment. I get one other night a week to do work, which is the book. And the rest of the time I have a family to look after, and they don't like it when I don't look after them because they get all dirty and smelly and like covered in hair, and I have to hoover them, and sometimes I have to hose them down. And you know, just 24 hours, and they just all go to hell. I mean, there's dog poo everywhere, but I think that's actually Mad Dog's fault more than anything else. But anyway, so that's that. That's my home life. But yes, once I get ducks in a row as far as that's concerned, that would be something I would definitely be keen for it. Mad Dog's up for it. Awesome. That's one. We need 3 more. Amelia. It's always good getting the celebrities on, because I'm not a celebrity. Yeah, so the John Lunn thing, and obviously towards the end of the convention, I'm going to jump forward a little bit. If you've got time, DJ, you'd be more than welcome, but you have your own plan. Yes! Awesome, Amelia. Thank you. That means a lot. Cool. Mad Dog's been insulted. Mad Dog's always been insulted. He knows he's used to it by now. He knows I love him. It would be Battle of the Gobs. It would be Battle of the Gobs. Mad Dog versus DJTruthSayer. Wow. I'm actually quite scared about it. As a games master, or lore master, whatever I'm calling it today, that would be quite a challenge, managing those personalities. Amelia would have to speak up quite a lot in that group in order to be heard, I think. So, but then having seen the video, she's got a sword and she has a voice, and she could probably smack him down. So yes. Anyway. So that was sort of the main crux of the con for me, was the role playing part of it, because I was there again, pushing the RPG for the first time in a few months actually, and following the launch of the pre-launch last week, which is a week ago today. And it was fun. It was good to see it back again. It was good to see how it went down. People came across and had a look and took cards and had a read of the book. One guy, apparently, my wife had to beat him off with a stick because he was going to take the book with him. And she did a very good job of beating him away and making sure that my book stayed on the table. So yeah, I didn't lose anything off the table. So my wife is the best security guard ever, sitting in her lovely comfy throne. Things RPG on stream. Awesome. So got a lot of interest. I got a lot of popularity. Sold a couple of copies while we were there. It was great. Blue Ganymede, thank you for the follow. Annie Mags, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I missed that one or not, or if you just both done that at the same time. I'm talking 10 to the dozen. I do apologise. I think I may have gone to full Scottish mode as well. So if I have, and you're sort of struggling to hear me, or struggling to make out my strange dialect, then by all means, send me a postcard and I'll let you know. I've also had a double strength coffee on the way home from Fantasticon, and coffee hits me about 3 hours later. The caffeine in it doesn't come right away. It takes its time to bubble through to the surface, and now I think it hit about half an hour ago, and I'm going, whee! The adrenaline possibly just hit, or possibly the Jägermeister. Jaeger bomb has hit me. Anyway. Thank you very much for that input there, alright? So, we'll have to drive. I had to drive in the end. I was on the road for 3 hours, but I wasn't driving for 3 hours. We were... Actually, calling it's not bad. I've actually found it's very, very reliable. It does tend to pick up a lot of different things if I mumble a little bit, but there we go. On the way back, and this is quite a scary story, because we missed a car accident by about 3 truck lengths. There was a wide load truck carrying one of these big porter cabin / bungalow things on the back of it. So a big wide load thing on the back, and there was a wide load escort van at the back of it. But there was also a wide load escort van at the front of it, and apparently this van, whatever happened, this van ended up on its roof on fire. So whatever happened, I have no idea what actually happened, but all I know is that gradually everything in front of us came grinding to a stop, and we all pulled in, and over the course of the next half hour, 2 police cars, 2 ambulances, 3 fire engines and a doctor's car all piled through, and we're all kind of moving to the side and getting out of the way, and all the trucks that were behind this, there was 2 trucks behind this thing, 2 trucks and 3 cars. Now you've got 2 lanes here, so you've got, essentially you've got the trucks are on this side, and you've got the thing at the front, and then 3 cars here, and then us at the back of this side, so you've got the trucks on this side, the cars on this side, and this wide load thing right at the front. So we were literally like 3 truck lengths behind this, and then we yeah, I checked online. There's a van on its roof, and it was quite a horrific accident because this truck was crushed to shit. The whole front end of it was gone. I don't know what had happened, whether he rammed into the back of someone or whether someone had been trying to overtake him and whack them in the side and just knocked him over. But it looked like he'd gone through the barrier, rolled onto the hill, and then rolled back onto the road again and ended up on his roof and then caught fire. So we don't know who got hurt, and if anybody, I know nobody's going to be watching this, but I really honestly hope that if anybody was hurt, they're going to be okay and that no one lost their life in that, because it looked terrible. And all respect to the emergency services of getting there so damn quick as well. It was amazing, because we actually saw them coming down the other way on the motorway, because every one of the vehicles that came into this accident came down the other side and then came up in between us lot. And yeah, so that was within half an hour, and obviously on a busy road where you've got an entire, it's a standstill. I mean, we're talking 3-4 mile tailback at the back of this thing on the A63. It was ridiculous. So yeah, as I say, we spent about an hour and a half sitting there and another hour and a half on the drive. So that's it. But so that was it. So yeah, the RPG is going well. The RPG was quite well received at the convention. We enjoyed very much so that the concerts in the evening. We watched, and I can't remember the lady's name. She's an Asian singer. If I'm being honest, oh, see Amelia, thank you, and I'll be in touch. Somebody will have to PM me, or if you can either PM me or DM me some kind of contact details. Although I can probably find it myself. Amelia Tyler, I'll find it somehow. Don't worry, I'll do it. I'm quite clever. But thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Take care. Yeah, so we were watching that lady whose name I can't remember. Very, very good dancer. Very, very good dancer. Very attractive lady. I am not altogether positively taken with her singing ability, but then I may not be fully aware of what the cultural significance of the singing style was. Because she was a Vietnamese or Singaporean or sort of somewhere around that kind of Middle Eastern. And then following her was my favourite person in the entire world. My favourite singing lady. My favourite British orange-haired singing lady. Saraswati. Thank you, Cleonimus. So after Saraswati was Gemma Johnson. At Gemma Johnson, or Gemma Johnson Music. Do a search. Gemma with a J, not a G. J. Gemma. She is absolutely amazing. But she's very depressed. And I think she needs a few smiles and some hugs. Because although her singing is amazing, see you Colin, see you in a bit. She was great, absolutely great, and she always is great. And she did a cover version of Ricky Gervais's Slough song in honour of the Hammers of Slough and Kate Russell's online group, and it was amazing. It actually made that song worthwhile. I said to my wife after that set that Gemma Johnson managed to achieve two amazing things. The first amazing thing was to make the Slough song listenable, and the second amazing thing was to make a Radiohead even more fucking depressing. She has a talent. She has such a soulful, deep voice, and she's on Spotify. Oh, definitely, she's well impressed being on Spotify. Check her out. Thanks for the YouTube link, Mad Dog. Go and check her out. And if you haven't signed up to her channel and you don't get notifications, then you're missing out on a hell of a lot of stuff. If you don't, every single one of you who aren't aware of her, if any one of you does not click on that link and go and sign up to her channel, I will personally come round your house with a cricket bat and a baseball bat, and I'll give you the choice. And if you don't take the choice of either cricket bat, baseball bat, or sign up to Gemma's channel, then there will be pain. There will be knees that will not work again, ever in the future. And you won't see me coming either, because I may not even send myself. I may send Derry. Ooh, slow. Yes, and after that, once Gemma had finished, as Gemma was singing, my colleagues in crime, Mr. Wagar and Mr. John Hoggard. Now, I'm not even going to say Wagar's first name, but I'm going to start calling him Wagger. And I'll tell you why in a sec. But Drew and John and myself went off to have a bit of a chat after Gemma Johnson had finished, because we are being clandestine and sneaky, and we are having our own little clique now. Now, I'm not a big fan of cliques, but John and Drew and I have now known each other for more than a decade, We've known each other since before Elite Dangerous became a thing. We've known each other since Elite. Writer McWright. Does that mean that I'm RPG RPG face? Wow, I've triggered something off there. Yeah, we've put together a bit of an online group that we're gonna work together on some collaborations for stuff, and I'm highly honoured for these two people to want to work with a bloody hack like me. I'll tell you that much, and work on perhaps a couple of writing projects, maybe a bit of shared universe development, that kind of stuff. So we are looking forward to getting that moving and seeing where we can go with it. It's an experiment at the minute. It's an experiment. We'll see where it goes. If it produces something, it produces it. If not, we're just going to have a lot of fun. So yeah, quite looking forward to what comes from that. No, mad dog, down. So that was over the Jolly Boat. I think it's Jolly Boat or Jolly Boatman. I think it's Jolly Boat. Who are apparently a kind of comedy folk rock band. I'm not entirely sure because I missed the bloody set, didn't I? But all I know is that my wife and John's lovely daughter Millie sat and watched them and oh God, watched them and pissed themselves laughing through the entire set and think they're absolutely amazing. And I've been told in no uncertain terms by them and by Kagaris, fan of this channel and IT helper extraordinaire, the reason that my headset now goes like this is because of Kagaris. So he's awesome. He's tried to push their video on me the entirety of Sunday. That's how much he liked them. So yeah, I'm going to check their stuff out when I get time, possibly tomorrow at some point. But they were awesome, absolutely awesome apparently. But we were all talking and drinking lots of mead, so I was happy myself there anyway. And that was the end of that night. A lot of people headed off for Frontier's free bar, which apparently was ridiculously expensive. I'm not going to go into that, but apparently Frontier may have been cheaper flying Ed back over, from what I've heard, and allowing him to attend Fantasticon, and then flying him back the next day to America, where he currently is. I'm not going to go into that too much, but that's what I've heard. These are the rumours that we hear at these events. The information came from DJTruthSayer, so it may be bollocks, but he's never led me astray yet. Oh dear, Mad Dog's posted on Twitter now. Oh, please don't let it become a meme. At least not a very limited meme, because I'm not very famous, because I'm not a celebrity. So yeah, what was next? So that was that. We all headed back off because I had a wife who was struggling to remain awake and upright and so on. Is he had a car accident? I didn't know. I don't know. Is he? Is he okay? I didn't know he'd had one. That's news to me. You people drop this shit on me at the worst bloody moments, don't you? Somebody could have said that before bloody now. Sparrow Black, you're on the list, man. Sparrow Black. Send Vinny. Right. Well, yeah, but a lot of people write stuff on Twitter, Sparrow Black. This is my issue with social media. It's one of the reasons why I'm not particularly great with social media, because it goes by so quick. And the more people that you follow, the more crap you get. And so many different people retweet shit that I'm not really giving a shit about. And I can't seem to disable it. But yeah, all the actual stuff I really want to know about, like things like Ed not having a happy day, are the stuff that I bloody well miss. Well, I hope he's okay. I'll try and push him a message and just give him my well wishes later on. But well, yeah. Oh God, everybody just send him a message saying, "Yay, glad you're okay." Wow, that's horrible. It's been a bad day for car accidents, isn't it? I mean, I'm 4 cars away, two truck lengths away from an accident, and then Ed's had an accident. That's ridiculous. Oh wow, big thoughts to you guys. Hope the little guy's okay. Well, that's thrown me a bit. Sorry. So that was the end of that day. The next day we got up and we came in again for the morning session. That was when I said obviously the RPG session with John and Anne and Sam and the new people and Kagaris was a lot of fun. we also had some fun with the stuff that was going on. I mean, it just, there was nothing really majorly planned. There was the reading that I missed with Drew. I went to his reading of Lords of Midnight. So Drew's Lords of Midnight reading in the morning was amazing. And that, Lords of Midnight, his book for that is going to be awesome. It's going to be so 80s-tastic. It's astounding. He was reading this book and it's all full of places like the Mountains of Doom and the Forest of Fear and the Ice Fear Monster. It's so 80s. It's like Willow and Lord of the Rings, but well written, and other stuff that's just 80s-tastic with all these twee names. And it's just, it's so, the chapter he read so captured that kind of 80s special effect image. And Drew's reading from his books, when he reads from his books, he is fucking amazing, because he puts so much depth into it, and he's one of the few people I know who can bring that stuff out of the page by doing the voices himself, but not really changing his voice. He kind of changes his expression and all that kind of stuff. A bit shocked and startled more than physically hurt. Oh, that's good then. Fair enough. Very, very good. I'm glad he's okay. Glad he's okay. But yeah, so the reading was awesome, and it sounds like a very good book. So keep an eye on that coming out very soon. Apparently, it's well underway. Drew's obviously put a lot of stuff on hold because of Premonition and that the fact they had to focus on that. Thank you for the follow, Araz1907. Araz! And thank you for the can you people have names that I can say? Thank you for the follow, UTK7 BeckTass123. Seriously? Seriously? He did a trapeze jump after. Do you know what? Fuck him. All that fake sympathy he just got from me. I mean, all that sympathy he got from me. Damn you! Right. Okay, let's get focused now. So, so that was the main part of it. Then from after that, there was the reading the reading that Amelia and John did for Premonition, which from what I've seen was amazing, as I said. So it's on Twitter, and it's on, I think it might be on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to push DJ to let me know more about that. But yeah, that was amazing. Cleonimus, thank you for the follow. I'm sure you followed me before. But anyway. I'm actually doing quite well. I'm not playing a game at the moment. You're all looking at a screen full of text and a little picture of a fat guy in the corner talking bollocks at you. So, if you people are enjoying this enough to follow, then yay, thank you. I will play some games shortly, honestly, I will. When I finish talking about Fantasticon and I show you the DJ thing, I'll get back onto playing. So, next. That was essentially it for most of the events. After we finished wrapping up the RPG and we were wondering about having a couple of drinks and having a chat with people, I was catching up with Anne Tweed, who I've not seen for ages, and she's an amazing lady. Been through a hell of a lot the last couple of years, and she's come through in blazing fashion, and really happy to see that she's back on her feet again and doing well. So if you watch this, or you're watching now, Ms. Tweed, loads of love to you. Keep in touch, keep online. Snow Imp by name, if anyone sees her online, push her a follow if she's on Twitch. I know she is on Twitch because she's got an account, but I don't know if she does videos or anything like that. But she does follow a lot of guys. She watches Mad Dog a few times. She watches people like Kate, the Hammers, all that kind of stuff. And she did watch me a lot for a while, but then again, things happened. She went away and did some stuff on her own to get stuff sorted out. And yeah, so I love the lady. She played the RPG, thoroughly enjoyed it for the first time in a while. And then we had a long chat afterwards about stuff. And she's really, really positive about things, and she's really, really supportive of me and the RPG and everything that we do, and it's just, she's a great lady. So yeah, it was great to speak to her for a bit. I've not seen her for so long. And that was, it was starting to wrap up at that point. So we had some people milling about. We had all the usual stuff that was there. We had the Sim Pit, a company whose name I can't honestly remember, and I do apologise, brought a simulator chair set up. So it was a chair that slides back and forward, been put together, built from sort of metal tubes and all that kind of stuff. Kagras gave me a bit of a shot in it and buckled me into it, because being a fat bastard, it was difficult for me to get into it. So I sat down and he sort of moved all the levers and moved it back and forward so I could actually get into the right position. And then it helped me get out of the damn thing, which is fortunate, or else I've been trapped there all year. And it was nice, it was lovely. There was some VR stuff there, there was some gaming stuff there. There was ED there and all that kind of stuff. And I did have a quick shot, as I did last year, on one of the machines that was sitting near the RPG table. And Dan again, sorry, the Fantasticon this year again was sponsored by Thrustmaster, amongst other people. And they, again this year, had the T1600M joystick on display. And they'd given Dan about 7 or 8 of them. And I had a shot on one. And yet again, I quite enjoyed the feel of it. Because it's a slightly smaller stick than the X52 Sci-Tech joystick. I mean, as a comparison, let me show you. There's the X52. There's my hand holding it. As you can see, it's quite a big stick. It's difficult. I've got little T-Rex hands. So it's a pretty big stick. So I struggled to hold it, and it is a bit difficult to keep it in one place. And I've always fancied having one of them, and I bought one. So I've bought myself a Thrustmaster T1600M Hot Ass set. So this is the stick. So as you can see with my little diddy hands, it's much better fit. Although that is a bit long. That trigger is a bit long. But the stick itself fits nicely into my hand. It's a much comfier fit. And I was lucky enough to get a chance to have a trial one at the con. And that has then pushed me to purchase for myself. So Fantasticon has helped Thrustmaster get 100 quid out of me this week. So yeah, that was pretty much it. All drew to a close at that point. There was apparently my name was mentioned by Dan as someone, and I got a big round of applause, which was lovely to hear. That was awesome. Sorry, my wheels aren't trembling. And Tom Parks, who may be hanging around in this stream, had been keeping in touch with me through the whole convention, and I said to him at one point that you see this here book, because I printed off a copy of the RPG to run at Fantasticon. Before I got the final edit instructions through from Mr. Braben, I printed one of those. I printed a copy off to use at the convention. And it's the only hard copy that exists. It's the only hard copy that will exist of that version, because obviously more changes came in and I had to take a couple of pages out, which is fair enough. But I didn't really want to keep hold of it or lose it or just bin it or chuck it around. Or thank you for the follow, Train125. See, names I can pronounce. UTK7 Vectus 123. Train125. This is the age of the train. So I said to Tom, you know what? I'm thinking, after this con's finished, after I finish doing all the RPG stuff this weekend, I'm going to give that to DJ. And he went, oh, that's going to kill him. I said, no, it's fine. But no, he deserves it. I mean, he's supported me quite a lot over the last few months, and he's really pushed things, and he's been such a positive thing. So I said I was going to do that, and he said, you've got to do it live. I said, no, I'm just going to give him it quietly. I don't want to push Dan, because Dan's obviously busy and he's got stuff to do. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself with that. So I did after sort of a little while, I went and sort of spoke to Dan. I said, look, would it be okay if I grabbed a couple of minutes at the end of the convention, once you've done your leaving speech and all that, so that I can do a presentation for DJ, because I want to give him the book? And he said, yeah, it's fine, no problem, no worries. So I did it. So about 5:15, I realised that Dan was doing his leaving speeches, and he seemed quite ahead, because it was meant to be half past. And he said, well, so I pulled my way through. I hid the folder in one of the fantastic books tote bags. Carried it through with me. DJ took a look at me, and I went and sat down as far away from him as I possibly could, so he wouldn't know exactly what was going on. And as Dan was finishing off, I went round to the side to try and get ready to go up. Dan, as normal, didn't actually introduce me, because I think, again, he forgot, because it wasn't on his list of stuff to say. So I went up on stage, and sadly, some of this has been recorded, but I'm going to give you it from my perspective. I will show you the bit that was recorded shortly, but I'll talk you through the first bit, because I quite enjoyed it, and I'm really sad because it was, from my point of view, I wish I'd recorded it from my point of view, because my point of view is I'm standing up on that stage, I'm looking out over this sea of faces, which a couple of years ago would have scared me shitless. But thanks to you guys, thanks to you guys out there and doing this kind of shit on a Monday night and talking to people that I don't know and having all these people talking to me back and going on things like DJ Stream, public speaking isn't as much of a bane to me as it was before. So thank you. That actually is quite cool. So that Twitch improves your life. So yeah, I'm signing up with this sea of faces, and the DJ's right at the front, on the front row, because he wanted to do something. There's something he had in mind, so he wanted to do right at the front, obviously. And I could see him from where I was, and it's like, oh, what he actually thought apparently was that I'd gone on stage to say thank you to Dan and Gabby. This is what I heard. It may not be true, but this is what I heard. I hear many rumours, because all of the sovereignty talk bollocks. They just say the first thing that comes in their head, and quite often, it's just nonsense. But anyway, so I'm standing there and I'm looking across these people, and I'm trying not to meet DJ's gaze, because if I look at him, I know I'm going to smile and I'm going to give the fucking game away. So, thus began one of the nicest things I think I've ever seen, and one of the most honest things I think I've ever seen in my life, and it's pretty cool. So I kind of start off by saying, you know me, I'm Selezen. You know me. I'm a streamer. I do the Elite RPG. That's the two Elite Dangerous things that I do, or the two things in the community that I do. Over the last few years, I've been lucky enough to get loads of support from loads of different people, including Dan and Gabby, people like Mad Dog, all that kind of stuff. And it's great to have that support, and it's kept me going through some really dark times. But in particular, over the last few months, year, whatever, there's been one person who has constantly pushed the RPG, constantly pushed it to the forefront, publicised it, booned me up, motivated me, made me feel that things are worth it. And even when things have been quite negative, he's kept a positive spirit and kept me going. And I mean every fucking word of that, because if I ever feel down, or I ever feel like things are getting on top of me, if I go online onto DJ's stream, I get my ego stroked something fucking chronic. And say what you like about egos and all that kind of stuff, but when you feel down and when you feel like what's the fucking point in this project anymore, and you go online and someone then sits there and goes, you're awesome, you're amazing, you're great, it's a lovely thing to hear, and it does keep you going, and you need it now and again, especially when you haven't had any positive feedback from anywhere else. And through a lot of the times that I was getting fuck all information, fuck all feedback from various different places, negative comments from Kickstarter, negative comments through email, negative stuff coming on, and in some ways not hearing a lot from Frontier during this period. But then I wasn't engaging with them either because I was busy trying to get stuff done, so, and all that. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's a secret that even my mum's not aware of. It's a worrying thing. We even got similar accents, although mine's is slightly more posh than his. But yeah, so I'll get to the point. So as I'm saying this, the one person's kept me going and kept me positive and pushed this thing and pushed it as much as he can and made everyone else get behind it and made me into the celebrity that I am amongst his cadre, if you like, the sovereignty, and not his watchers and his viewers and so on. And a lot of the guys who are watching this tonight, are amazing people. Everyone who's speaking to me now, like Poblaikim, Cleonimus, WTF, Stuart, all of these people, and a lot of the ones who, even you guys who watch my stream for the fact that it is my stream, and you've legitimately joined because it's me rather than anything else. At the time when I'm saying that, I'm glancing at him again, not trying to look at him, meet him in the eye, but glancing at him, and I can see him gradually, just his eyes getting wider and wider as he looks up at me with these little, like he's looking up at me like this, and his eyes are just getting full of tears, and he's starting to get that kind of frown on his face that he's going to start crying. And I thought, shit, I've broken him already. I've not even done what I'm going to do yet, and I've fucking broke him. I'm not much skinnier than him, to be honest, Pubble like him. I've got to say, I'm not. I think he may actually be thinner than me. He's taller than I am. And I'm probably not. Yeah, anyway. So I've broken him already. And he's not even up on stage. I haven't even said his fucking name yet, and he's broken. And so from that point, it was... I'm going to show you the video. That's the bit that the video hasn't caught. I'm now going to show you the video. So I'm going to put desktop audio on. I'm going to put that video on. And I'm going to hope it works. Because it's not particularly great sound. Kate did her best, periscoping from a mobile phone. I will pop it on. I basically said there is one person and he knows who he is. Graeme Crawford, get up here. At which point he just sat there and he went, and then got up and came up on the stage. So just let me grab this window in my chatty thing. I should have had this set up, but that's another one. Don't do the XX crap at the end. Yoshi 2007, thank you for the follow. Yeah, call yourself what you like, I don't give a shit. So if I do that, Clef Hanger, good name, nice. I have no words about how good that is. That is well amazing. Well done. I'm impressed. Right. That is your window. I'm hoping this is going to work. If you have audio issues, then please let me know in the chat. I'll set this playing and let's see how it goes. Nope, that isn't working, is it? Now, I know there's no sound, I know, just trying to work out how to fix that. Audio output, is that it? Hang on. Nope. To do was give you a bit of a presentation. Tell us how much you love the copy, how much you enjoyed getting the electronic copy. So the only physical copy of the Latest Candidate 2, which will ever be printed, although it is in a bank and not really a proper thing, is now yours.
Thank you. Okay, so I look like an idiot. Of course I pushed the LPG. We're Elite fans. Everyone in here pretty much is, yeah? We're a community, we do an awful lot for each other. And of course we pushed the LPG because one of our own was doing something amazing. But there is one last thing more important than any of this. And Selezen, thank you.
I'm going to pause that there because what comes next is something I'll come into a bit later on. But that was essentially it. And what made that nice for me was that he came on the stage crying, and he came, and when it's that bit where I tell him where it is and he covers his mouth. He essentially does this, and I don't trust people, right? There's a big part of me that thinks people are maybe putting this on to try and say they're a bit, to try and, I don't know, kind of act it out or big it up or make it something bigger. But you look at DJ and there's so much earnestness in his face, you can't help but trust the guy. And I have no doubt that he's completely genuine, and he is such. It just proves to me, and in that moment when we hugged, the point where the crowd started to clap louder at that point nearly set me off as well, actually, because obviously there's so much love that he's got for us as fans and his community, so much love that he's got for me, so much love I've got for him, and so much love that everyone's got for him and for me. It's amazing to see, and it's one of the reasons why I love this community, and one of the reasons why I love Fantasticon more than the other conventions, is because it's the place where that community spirit is forefront all the time. Everyone is there for each other. Everyone is one community, and there's no divisions. There's no problems. There's nothing we can't get past by talking about it, and there's no one who goes behind anyone else's back and says anything nasty. We're all there. If we've got an issue, we talk about it. If we love each other, we talk about it. If we hate each other, we talk about it, and we sort it out. And people like DJ are the people like DJ, and even Mad Dog when he's not having a bad day. People like DJ are the people who keep that positivity going, and that's the main thing behind this. Is the reason that I presented that to him is because, not because I wanted to break him, although it was kind of a side mission, it was a secondary mission, but it was to highlight to him that he pushes this good feeling out. He pushes all this positivity out. He puts so much enthusiasm into everything that he does, and to everything that everyone else does. And then he hates it when we fucking tell him about it. He hates it when we say thank you. He hates it when we pay him 5 bits. You make him cry by giving him a penny. I gave him a book and he about felt the bits on stage. But I'll give him his due. He pulled himself together well enough. He pulled himself together quickly enough, which makes me wonder whether he was actually being really sincere. And then instantly after I said that, he goes, "But that's not important. Let's go on to the next thing that I want to say." So yeah, it's very transient in his feelings. Yes. He moves on very quickly. So he's young. He'll heal. But no, joking aside, yeah, he's a sound guy, and I love the guy. And as I say, he has done so much. He's done so much for the community and so much push things forward. And to be honest, he has achieved things in so short a time that if I have wanted to do half the things that he's done, and he's done them so much better than I could ever have done them. He got in touch with Frontier before I had the guts to pick up a phone. He pushed things out. He's been trying to get hold of David Braben for an interview for God knows how long, but he's not afraid to push himself in there and do the things that he wants to do, and that I respect, because I have to balance so many things and I have to think about things so hard, and I have this confidence issue where I don't want to push things because I don't want people to hate me. I don't want people to just think, "Oh, he's a fucking annoying bastard." And I know Janesta hates me because I keep emailing her with stupid things, and that's the bit that I worry about. But DJ doesn't bother. DJ says, "I want to do this, I want to do that, I want this to happen, I want that to happen," and he goes out and fucking does it. And he's a bastard for it, but I love him for it at the same time. And it's what this community needs, and it's what it's always needed, and it's kind of what it's been. 73060. Thank you for the follow. Gils, oh for fuck's sake, Gil Soya Masai. Thank you for the follow. Bifford, it's Bifford, who I missed this weekend, Mister. I know you weren't coming, but I still missed you because I remember you were there last year, and it was great to see you. But yeah, he just goes and does it, and he's got such enthusiasm and such passion and such creativity behind him. And the ongoing story that they have with the sovereignty has with what used to be the Imperial Inquisition and how it evolved into the sovereignty, and he turns everything that happens into a story. And that's one of the things that we talked about when we were there, is that Drew and I and DJ all consider ourselves to be lore masters, whereas, to be honest, I don't envy him the title, or I don't think the title shouldn't be his or anything like that. It's, joking aside, right? He is a master of storytelling, right? not necessarily a master of lore. Like he's not necessarily focused on the history and the past and all that sort of stuff. But he uses it. He uses that information and that knowledge, and I hope he uses what's in the book as well. That's why he's got a book. I hope he uses that to push his stories, to push storytelling, because the narratives he makes and the narratives he puts together are stunning. He gets involved with so many different storytelling things carrying on, and it's amazing. So I just hope he carries on. And all love to him. I love him to bits. I hope he's listening to this, and I hope that by saying all this kind of stuff, I've reduced him to fucking tears again, because he deserves it. The mardy bastard. Spoon! We've beaten the mug, by the way, and I want this to carry on. I'm going to quickly aside. I'm going to move on from the DJ thing. What I'll do first of all is I'm going to keep that spoon thing in mind. I'll show you the rest of DJ's video, Kate's video of DJ, and hopefully you'll see sort of where that goes. And the sentiment that DJ puts across here, I fully agree with. And if I'd thought of it first, I'd have done it. But I was too worried about getting him sorted out. But he obviously had this in his head from the start. So I shall flick back to him now and carry on the video.
So much. That is the most treasured thing I own now. But over there, needs to grow up. Don't even try it. And where's Penny? Where's your lucky wife? I know, I don't. Yeah.
I'll just give you some more support.
Thank you very much.
Oh, teacher.
I am completely. Gabby and Dad.
That's so cute. Hello.
They're always good enough to make sure that everyone gets thanked for the stuff that they do for this, but they never take a moment in the spotlight for themselves. So everybody, on your feet, please. And come on, make some noise for these guys, come on. Thanks.
The unicorn's going mad.
Thank you.
Go and enjoy the rest of the convention you've formed to break it down in half an hour.
Thank you.
It's very touching, it's wonderful, but this is why we do it. There's a lot of love in this room, and that's why we do it. It's all good, it's all good. Just go and enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for coming and being patrons of Fantasticon once more. And yes, there will be a Fantasticon 2018, and I hope to see you all there.
And there endeth another epic Fantasticon.
So as I said, Psycho Cow! It's cool! Welcome onto the stream, Psycho Cow. How you doing? Shut up, Saturday. Sorry you couldn't make it, dude. Sorry you couldn't make it to Fantasticon. Missed you like hell, man. But yeah, I've not really done a lot of quotes on this thing, Sparrow Black. I'm not even sure how to do it, is the thing. But that picture on screen now pretty much says it all. It's yeah, it's a special thing. I do agree. Everything that DJ said on that last bit of the stream there, it was completely right. Dan and Gabby and Penny and everyone who sorts it out just do an amazing job. I mean, there's such a small team. And everybody else who pitches in. M. Curtains, Gary Wiggy, thank you for the follows, chaps. Look at the help files, dog. Look at the help files. Read the fucking manual. Either that or put it in quote onto a DJ's channel. That might do the job. Was that? I missed you, Beth. I missed you. Oi, mister. But yeah, it's amazing what they can put together in such a short time. And for the amount of stuff that's on there, the amount of stuff that it's coordinate, the amount of stuff they put together, it's stunning, the work that they do. Absolutely amazing. And everything DJ said there, I completely echo, and I would have said it first. I don't actually fully know Sparrow, but I think what it is, there was a competition on about, Kate Russell is a big fan of Whatsits, and Whatsits are a major part of her channel's identity. And there was a thing about Whatsits versus Quavers. And that's as much as I can remember. No, that's not mine. That's James Vigor is the one who does that. James Vigor has his faceplant of Whatsits. So yeah. Let me minimise that a little so I've got my ugly mug on the screen again. So Fantasticon, that was pretty much it. After that finished, we the next stage of it was we cleaned up. So I pitched in with a few of the guys that were there, and we put all the books away, put all the packaging away, put all the bits and pieces of the assemblies away, helped put the PCs away without stealing any of them, honestly. I tried to put a joystick in my pocket, but I couldn't. Quavers won! Wow. Oh, Mad Dog's abusing his powers. He's learning how to use his mod powers. The sword of Mad Dog is waving. So anyway, yes. So that was into that. And after that was the next awesome thing on the menu was Dan's secret birthday bash. Dan's 40th birthday is next month. And Gabby planned for about 3 or 4 weeks to have a birthday bash for him this weekend, because while everybody's there, all of his mates, all of his colleagues, all of his fandom, all of his community people were all in the same city, we'd have a huge fuck off party. And we did, and we kept it fucking secret. A whole community of gobby people, many of whom stream, many of whom smoke illegal substances, managed to keep this party secret. And there's about 40 of us, I think, 30 or 40 of us at this thing. I maybe overcount, I don't know. Kate's here! Kate Click is on one of these little minor little... I think I've been raided by the Hammers. Hammers of Slough! Dog, what have you done? Dog, have you banned Whatsits from my channel? Right, I'm going to have to give you a plotting history, Bifford. What it was, I'd planned through the whole thing to give DJTruthSayer a copy of the book. The copy I printed off to run, the RPG that I printed off to run at the convention, I planned to give to DJ. And I planned that for about a week and a half before the actual convention started. I told Tom Parks about it. I was going to do it in private at the end of the con as a little thing between us. But Tom Parks convinced me to do it in public. So what I did was, I went up on the stage and I said, loads of people have pushed this, loads of people have supported this project through the whole thing, but one person in particular has pushed us across his live streams, his channels, his community, his publicity, and has been so positive that it's made a huge difference. And then by that point he was crying. And I got him up on stage and he looked pretty much like you see him now, basically crying his eyes out. And yeah. And that was it, really. It was awesome. I broke him, and apparently he was broken for a fair while. He apparently still is. He was talking about his stream earlier. It was awesome. Right, anyway, so Dan's party. Yeah, it was the first. They put on we all sort of contributed towards it and did some stuff for it, and then went to it and we whoa. I don't need to sign it and number it because it's number 1. It's number 0 actually. I didn't sign it. Shit. Bucky17382. Thank you for the follow. I forgot to sign the fucking thing. It's a bit egotistical to sign it on the middle of the stage, so I'm glad I didn't do it there. But I did mean to do that. I did mean to sign it. Balls. Oh well. Sorry, DJ. Next time I see you, next time we run into each other, bring it with you, and I'll sign it for you, if you want. Not that I know you'd want to. But anyway, welcome. That's right. Welcome, Kate. Welcome, whoever it is, whatever channel it is that's come on. I assume it's the Hammers of Slag. But welcome to the stream. Yeah. So, I showed your video, Kate. I hope you don't mind. The video of DJ being broken unfailingly, and yes, it was really good. Add some DNA to your e-copy. Okay, I'll try. I'll see what I can do. Why are messages getting deleted? Dog, what have you done? You've broken me chat. You bastard. Yeah, Dan's birthday bash was great. There was great food later on. We were at the Whittington and Cat. Willy fuck. Send 1 page. Send the dedication page. Oh, you were just typing message delete. Oh dear. Yeah, the Whittington and Cat put on a fantastic spread, a fantastic meal. The curry was gorgeous, the chilli was gorgeous, the pizza had peppers on it and almost killed me, and the chips were amazing. I can see this. I'm not impressed. You know, I may have to take his what is it? It's like a hammer, but it's sharp. Sword. I'll have to take his sword off him. It's not great. But yeah, the food was amazing, and the atmosphere there was amazing, and I think us guys filled that entire lounge, that entire bar lounge, and it was amazing. And I spent the entire time shouting at Drew's kids, and all they did was laugh at me. Mad Dog timed out Cake Click for 600 seconds. Oh god. Dog, what are you doing? Talk about abuse of power. Oh my god. Calm it. I'm gonna have to revoke his mod privileges. Dear me. But it was a great time, and it was awesome to see Dan. And Dan, bless his little cotton socks. I don't know who made them because he never explained to me what they were. But there's a very, very few little. It's pinned to my coat, which is downstairs, which is pissing me off now. Dan or Penny or Gabby or someone made a little Fantastic Books logo, little F logo with hero, like Fantasticon hero with little badges, and he only made a few of them and gave them out to a select few. I was honoured to be one of the people to get one of these little badges. It doesn't take much to please me, but that was just amazing. Yeah, it had more badges than important people, so he gave them to you. I think he gave them to Playpay as well. But do not mention the unperson. Who's the unperson? But no, it was a great night, and I hope Dan had a great time. We all had a great time on his behalf, until Playpay brought the fucking kazoos. Playpay. Seriously, there is going to be some kind of biological accident with kazoos that involves you. There is going to be a strange European chap found dead in a gutter somewhere with kazoos in every orifice at some point in the near future. Thank you for it, by the way. I don't know what to do, Nats. I don't know how to revoke his power. I'd have to look it up. You'd have to watch me typing for a minute while I try and revoke his power. Twitch. Message excreted. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Thank you for the bits, and I've already done it. Go crazy, Kate. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, so it was a great night, and I have to say, some of the nicest things that were said to me over the weekend were in relation to the DJ thing, and it means a lot that Kate kind of gave me a big hug later on in the evening and said that she thought that what I did for DJ was amazing. And for me, it wasn't that big a thing. It was just thanking somebody who has been a big help to me mentally and publicly, actually, if I'm being honest. And that is from the heart, because he helped me through a few bad things with his irreverence and his popularity and his ego stroking stuff. And it meant a lot. It means a lot to me that obviously to the rest of the community know that actually does mean a lot to him, and for them to pick that up and for them to support that kind of thing, and it just proves that, you know, there's a lot of love for him out there, a lot of love for me out there, and, you know, I'll give you all that back. It's a big love fest. It's a love fest on Selezen stream this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're enjoying it. I hope we're all hugging each other in a clean way. Oh wow, DL Coates, thank you for the bits. You amazing person. You are now the new top cheer. Well done. Yay! Hype! Woo. Oh dear. But yeah, so that was the end of it, and obviously it's been a fantastic weekend, a Fantasticon weekend. It always is a great weekend at Fantasticon, and I have to say there is a huge amount of love I have for the conventions that happen across this thing, but Fantasticon is the one where I've consistently had a great time. And I started off this weekend not feeling particularly great, because I don't know if any of you know, I started off a cold on Thursday afternoon and ended up with a full-blown bloody man flu by Friday. And I was driving down the road having bloody hallucinations, saying, I'm going to this fucking convention if it kills me, and it almost did. And I felt like absolute death on Saturday, and I kept myself going thanks to Caleb Dark. Thank you. Thanks to Caleb Dark. Yay! Caleb Dark kept me going. Commander Heavy Gun Man. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Do any of you people know how to do quotes, by the way? Because Tom Parks, you know how to do quotes. I know you do. You know how mud privileges you can do quotes. Can someone tell Tom Parks what that quote everybody wanted was? What was it? It was something like, I enjoyed, I broke DJ and he fucking deserved it, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, if you know how to do that, Tom, put it on as a quote. Feel free. And one of the things that was discussed this week was that, in terms of what the Elite community means to me, you know how to do quotes, Tom? Is that right? If you can go back through the chat history and find what somebody wanted to put as a quote, if you could do that would be great. Great. I could probably look myself. I can't be arsed, to be honest. That was it, and I reduced him to tears because he fucking deserved it. But one of the things I've been looking at with some regret, but some actual honest soul searching and necessity behind it, is that as the RPG goes live and comes out and has to go, me Tom, it was me on, I'm going to have to start ramping back the elite related stuff that I do, the elite related conventions that I go to. And after a lot of discussion with people like my wife and other people in the community who are awesome, it may well be that when I start pushing the RPG out to RPG conventions or gaming conventions or anything like that, okay, yeah, I'm on Nightbot, so maybe that's what's actually managing it. Hang on a sec. I've got that on there. Log in the Twitch. Authorize. So how do I do this then? Commands. Excuse me, technical problems. Why isn't it letting me add something? Sorry, so I'm trying to get some air circulating around here. So I have to create that command, don't I, specifically? Is that right? Nightbot. Add command. No, I'm not going to do this. It's too much faffing about when I'm trying to do a live stream. I'll work it out at some point in the future. I'll keep a copy of that text around, and I'll do that at some other point. So. There. Where's it? That one, that one. Bifford, you're now a moderator. Feel free to play. No, Kate, that's fine. You certainly have not abused your power in comparison to certain other members of this stream this evening. I sincerely hope that Mr. Dog is in his basket with a newspaper to the nose. Yeah, so that was Fantasticon. It was an amazing experience. Sorry, as I said, one of the things I'm thinking about doing as far as the RPG goes and as far as conventions and community and all that kind of stuff goes is there is a possibility I'm going to take a bit of a step back. The RPG is on the verge of being released, and I'm going to have to start focusing on getting that out there and getting it off on its travels. And I want to try pushing it. Oh wow, he's gone mad. Wow. And if I'm being honest, if I'm going to be honest about sort of where I'm going to fall on this, the likelihood is going to be that I'm going to push the RPG at gaming conventions, RPG conventions, maybe craft conventions, something like that. Anything that involves stuff like gaming and RPGs and this kind of stuff. And therefore ramp back some of the elite stuff. And if I'm going to have to choose, based on the consistency of what Fantasticon is and what it's like, and the people that actually go to this convention, it's going to be Fantasticon. And that's no dissing of LaveCon or Elite Meet or anything else. But the people at Fantasticon and the atmosphere at Fantasticon and the sort of the kind of unstructured, slightly chaotic, just have fun because you want to have fun with your mates feel of that convention is what makes me happy. And I started off this week feeling absolutely shit, and I finished this weekend feeling like an absolute god because it was just so much fun. You're all too busy actually pissing off dog. Oh, that'd be quite interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now. Let's put the cat amongst the pigeons, or the dog amongst the pigeons. Let's see until someone notices. So yeah, that's kind of the big news, really, I suppose, of the stream. Is the RPG may take centre stage as far as my attendance at distant events is concerned. It is what a cat. Yes, it is indeed. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a thing of gorgeousness? Isn't it just amazing? The poor guy. To be honest, my thoughts at that point in time were, have I gone too far? But yeah, it was... Fantasticon always holds a special place in my heart, and it always has since the first one, and that's primarily due to the effort and the emotion and the actual feels that one, Dan and Gabby put into it, and two, everyone else gets from it. It's just amazing, and I always have a lot of fun, and I hope we all continue to. Right, okay, I'm starting to get a bit maudlin. I'm very tired, and I'm very kind of not emotional as such, but you know, it's the post-con blues are always a pain in the arse. I didn't think I was going to get him this year, but I have. They've kind of just hit in the last couple of hours, and I'm happy to know you guys and everybody who's been at the con this weekend, apart from Dan and Gabby themselves, like Kate and Dog and PlayPay and Bifford, who wasn't even there, and Kagurus has just popped in as well, and the Sovereignty and DJ, everyone who spent the last few days with us here, and it's my community. It's what makes me come online. It's what makes me stay in this game. It's what makes me play Elite Dangerous. Even when there's times I want to play something else, I think, no, you know what? ED's where my friends are, and you always will be. And for that, I raise a glass of finest Yazoo to you people. Finest Yazoo. Bottoms up. Same back to you, Kate. How's it? I can never do this right. Is that it? Yeah, that'll do. Right. Are we going to do any kind of flying stuff? Shall we do some flying? Does anybody want to play the game or just want to chat? Shall we do podcast type shit or shall we do actual gameplay? Because I'm pissed off. Because Frontier yet again have fucked me off. They've stopped the beta. Fuck off, Playpay. Take that kazoo and shove it up your left nostril. And then don't breathe. Ever. Ow. I can't do that, Gilson Messiah. I always crash. It's chat and crash. So we'll do a bit of chat and crash. Fair enough. Right. Does anybody want to see the closing bit of DJ's breakdown? Before I go on. Tell you what, let's do the start bit again. We'll do it again because we're just because we can. Got the sound back on now. Right, I'm going to turn myself down and do the audio. What to do is give you a bit of a presentation. Tell us how much you love the copy, how much you enjoyed getting the electronic copy. So the only physical copy of this Candidate 2, which will ever be printed, although it is in a bank, not really a proper thing, is now yours.
Okay, so I look like an idiot. Of course I push the RPG. We're Elite fans. Everyone in here pretty much is, yeah? We're a community, we do an awful lot for each other. And of course we pushed the RPG because one of our own was doing something amazing. But there is one last thing more important than any of this. And Selezen, thank you so much. That is the most treasured thing I own now. But over there, Mr. Grub, don't even try it.
That's as far as I'm going to go with that, because it's that bit where he goes like that. Gets me every time. At that point in time, you know how much it means to him. And that was special, because I had no idea how much it means. And you see someone do that, and you think, you know what? This was worth it. Whole damn thing was worth it. 4 years of shit, 4 years of pain, 4 years of stress. Even before getting the book out, to see someone like something so much and want something so much and be touched by something so much. What could you ask for? Anyway. Why is it bad the beta ended? Because I didn't get a fucking chance to play it. That's why. It's more to do with the fact that they announced the end of the beta early again. And they announced it on the Friday to finish it on the Monday. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, that is now the most treasured thing I own. That's big words, big words. And he has a girlfriend / wife and everything as well. So you not that he owns her. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But yeah, so I was a bit pissed off that they kind of I don't know, kind of didn't really give a notice. And people who were at Fantasticon, who had maybe gone to PAX or something like that. I mean, 2 big conventions on this week, both in America and in Britain. And you've got this kind of... Ooh. No life. No life in the headset, hang on. Interesting. Okay, that's a bit odd. Why is the headset stopped working now? Okay.
Long range.
Yeah, I've noticed that water cut. Yeah, I need to get that done at some point. I thought about it last week and then thought, oh, I think I can't be arsed. I'll do it one of these days. Why doesn't the headset work? I'm gonna have to quit the game, aren't I? Or what have I done? Something's not right here. Okay, that's a bit odd. Okay, I'm going to quit. I'm going to restart because for some reason something has gone a little bit wrong. That's still working. What about open track? Is that still... Oh no, that's stopped. That's what it is. That could have been it. Alright, let's try that. Alright, technical issues. It's nearly 10 o'clock. I'm actually almost done. Oh. Launcher's crashed as well. I think I maybe have broken some things here. Only one copy run at a time. I've got it running twice. Oh no, because it's quiet. Right. Launcher's crashed. That would be my problem, wouldn't it? Task manager, let's try that. Wow, 2 of them.
Zoom in max.
I never said that. Fuck off.
Short range.
No idea. That 8x40, I'm afraid. Oh, what's going on? Okay. What's happening here now? What's happening here? It's all broken, innit? Once again, 2 Elite Dangerous launchers. Okay, right, okay. Can we start the game now, please? Oh, wow. That's problematic. I can't get the launcher to pick up. Task Manager. Elite Dangerous Launcher. Is anyone else having problems with ED? Because I cannot get the launcher to launch. Okay. Alright, let me try something else. Oh wait a minute, there we go. Way. Right, okay, that was a bit fraught. Right, let's try starting the game. Now, the likelihood is going to be that we're not going to get much done tonight, to be honest. I think I might have just been having a bit of a memory flutter, but so I'm hoping it's okay now. And here we go, we're in. There we go. We are back, we are on. Right, now I am trying out a new joystick this evening. I have purchased myself a Thrustmaster 1600M for Thrustmaster's T.1600. So I'll be trying it for the first time. I've remapped some of the controls so I know what I'm doing. I'm hoping, beyond hope, that I've not dropped any mappings for anything. So let's hope. I've closed OBS as well, haven't I? No, I've closed oh god. Closed voice attack, like an idiot. Boost. 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 Boost, 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 boost. Boost.
Boost.
Caught up. Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Raise landing gear.
Taking care of landing modules.
Oh god, all the mappings have gone. There we go. It's not the voice recognition play for fuck's sake. Liam J1, thank you for the follow. Spwammy, thank you. Spwammy, Spwam. Thank you for the follow as well. Engage Supercruise.
Drives engaging.
All the mappings have gone, haven't they? Oh God. Import my settings. Import my settings. Import my settings. Nope, doesn't recognise it. It's not one of my commands. Import my settings. Nope, not recognised. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
I'm on a fairly recent version. I'm only one version down on the actual voice pack itself. But where would I tell to find the bind file? Jump.
Preparing for jump.
Well, that's fine. That lets me know what I'm doing after this session. Then I'm going to be reprogramming all of my stuff. I've lost my mouse pointer. Jump.
Engaging jump.
Okay, I'll try that then. Import my bindings. Import my binds. Import my bindings. Nope, it's not there either. It's not in the profile. Or it's not a recent enough version of the thing. me try one other thing. Import my bindings. Imports my bindings. No, it's not even on Astra either. Is it voice pack update? Voice attack with the voice pack itself. I have actually downloaded all the newest versions today, and I was going to try and get them on there today. But ironically, I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to mess up the existing bindings for things that I've got in place, as well as reprogram the joystick. Oops, basically. I missed my red dot. I want my red dot back. I'll get it all from the readmes hopefully, once I get everything in place. I actually found out I do actually have echoes in the hold, echoes from the hold. I knew I'd pledged, because I knew I donated money to special effect at last year's Fantasticon in order to get it, and it came out in November. I don't remember getting emails about it. Oops. Loop of shame! See, told ya. Chat and crash. Yeah, I bought it through a pledge at Fantasticon and then didn't realise I had it. So I didn't know I'd been sent it, which was clever. I've not got a Storyboard Galaxy yet. Like what I might do next stream. Next week's stream I may actually showcase some HCS stuff again. So I haven't done much with HCS over the last few weeks. I know I haven't updated much. So I've now downloaded all the latest updates for the ones that I own, as well as Echoes from the Hold. So I may showcase some of that stuff next week. Now, you know what? I've got to get my red dot back. Is it that one?
Selecting Wingman 1.
Shut up. Yay. Oh, thank God for that. Rest in 21 pieces. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to close voice attack for now because I'm not using it at the moment. Ooh. That's not a very good way of doing it. It's a bit of a shame because this my pocket review for this joystick is it is quite nice. It's nice to hold. Smooth. The up and down, the straight along up and down movement of the throttle is quite nice. It's different tactile feel to it. The main stick is remarkably stiff. Compared to what I'm used to. But it's nice. It's much more comfortable in my hand. I don't have hand strain trying to grab this. I'm not going to go any further with that. Grasp this big stick thing. It's more economical to shoot. Three, two, and one. Thanks, Watercat. I knew someone would pick that one up. Got to give you guys something to grab onto, haven't I? Thank you for the follow, Medicine Roxt. Mate. Almost managed to get it there. But loop of shame. Wow, you chat guys have gone very, very quiet. They all banned each other. Kate and Dog and Playpay and everybody else, you've all just gone silent. You're all gobbing off. Not feeling the love anymore. Watercat's there, holding the fort. Bifford's in there, paying attention to his poles, playing with his new toys. Gethvid, hello there, how are you doing, son? Or daughter, it could be anything, I don't know. Could be a fish, for all I know. And what are you proofreading, Bifford? Feel free to whisper it if you're not allowed to say. Right, I'm going to do one more system, and then I'm going to call it a night tonight. Because it has been a long weekend and I didn't get started quite late, so that's the wrong map. Try that one. Hop, 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 hop. Single planet, that's fine. Interesting. So Bifford's now proofreading D&D 6th edition. That'll be interesting. I'd have thought it's not been that long since they brought out 5th edition. I thought that was quite a quick turnaround, even for TSR / Wizards of the Coast, whatever you want to call them these days. Jump! Oh no, that was a good one. I'll tell you this though, I mean, anyone who is getting any proofreading done by Bifford is onto a good thing. He has done a spectacular job. I'm going to say this again. I say it every stream where he's on, but Bifford has been the star, over and above the amount of time he has spent proofreading this book through detailed bits and pieces. The amount of stuff that he's found is amazing, and the book is 75% better than it would otherwise have been, primarily because of his involvement. Although I found out, Anne Tweed actually found us a typo. Not actually a typo, but 2 words had been used in the wrong place. I'd not corrected the summary. The character generation summary page, max trauma value, still had the old trait names. So rather than saying condition and physique, it had resilience and endurance, even though the bit in the main book was right. No, I didn't find it. It was Anne Tweed that found it. number 9. 1, 2, 3. Subsonic, hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Are you well? Is it a good evening for you? I don't know why I'm talking like this. That's not how I talk. This is how I talk. Like a rampant Scotsman. Rampant? Really? I went there? Good, good. Glad to hear it, man. Or woman. Had that joke already tonight, so I'm not going to do it again. Glad to hear it. Friend? Viewer? Minion? What collective name? Viewer! That'll do. That'll do, innit? XCOM, nice. I like this thing on Twitch where people will watch you stream or listen to you stream as they're playing another game. Does that not kind of get a bit distracting, or do you just do this for the listens, or do you listen to the other person streaming while you're playing a game, or do you watch them play as well as you're playing? So when you're doing something that doesn't have a lot of interaction, you've got something to watch. I don't know. I've tried streaming. Sorry, I've tried watching another stream or watching a streamer while I'm playing a game, and it just does not work. I can't focus on either, and I end up falling off cliffs or losing all my studs because it's usually Lego games I'm playing. I'm just getting well and truly lost. So I am there. I'm gonna go there. Obviously a woman then. Enough said. Hey. Last mayor's popped. You are right though, I can't. I'm shit at multitasking. Twitch kills time when travelling 57k light seconds. It would do, yeah, I can imagine. hell happened there? Oh, no problems, Sparrow Black. It was a pleasure seeing you. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. First. There is one Fantasticon thing that I am going to round off this evening's broadcast as I completely ineptly fly towards the planet. Earlier on, when I just nipped quickly into DJ's stream, I was asked what my favourite part of Fantasticon was. And I had intended to give a proper answer, but I gave a kind of tongue-in-cheek answer, and then, as is normal on DJ's stream, the conversation moved on before I could give the real answer. The tongue-in-cheek answer I gave was that obviously it was great fun. The best bit was breaking DJ. Although that was amazing, it wasn't the best part. And I have thought about it, and I've been thinking about it since I started streaming tonight as to what the best part of it was. And there's a lot of candidates, and I can't really pin it down to one thing. So, what I will say is this. There are a lot of high points of this weekend that I would love to treasure forever. The experience as a whole was amazing, and it always is at Fantasticon. It's not like a convention in the conventional sense, no pun intended. It's like getting together with your mates. It's like what a school reunion should be. It's chilling out at the pub with a bunch of mates who have got the same things you want to talk about, and yet you have some shit you can do as well. You're not just in a pub, like going to a gaming club or something. It's just fun. The whole experience is always good. But I'm going to give you the top 3, and it doesn't include DJ. The DJ thing was an added bonus, and I did enjoy it, and it was lovely to see his reaction and to see the crowd's reaction to his reaction. That was great. But the top 3. 1, the fact that nothing went wrong. And that, as far as I could tell, it was a fairly stress-free experience for Dan and Gabby. The fact that it went smoothly, that nothing seriously went wrong, there was no major incidents or any fuck-ups or anyone getting pissed off at anybody else or any of that kind of stuff. Made it lovely, and again, it contributed towards that lovely atmosphere. The second thing is that, in part, the convention was dedicated to the memory of my aunt. Liz died of cancer this year. My auntie Liz died of cancer this year. She was at Fantasticon in 2015 when it was under the bridge in Hull. And she loved it when she was there, because she was there because I was doing the Great Dave Shave, which was me shaving my head as a solidarity with her, because she lost her hair through the chemotherapy she was getting and so on. And the fact that we did that year, did the Great Dave Shave, all the charities, I've raised 4,000, yeah, that is exactly right, Stuart, raised over 4,000 quid in her name for Marie Curie, was an amazing thing. Is that something on the surface? target. It is. Yeah. Well, there you go. Sorry, just let me land. I'll get this sorted. I'll finish my conversation. Anyway, yeah, so sorry, I want to go back out into the outside, but I seem to have buggered up that key binding as well. Options, controls, camera suite, ship toggle camera suite, that one, SRV toggle camera suite, that one. Enter free camera. Good night, Bedford. I'll see you in... Well, I won't see you in the morning. I don't know what I'm saying that for. Yeah, good night, Bedford. Thanks for popping in. So, did your key bindings die when you plugged in the joystick? Yes, it did. Completely died. But yeah. So... Completely fucked. Look at that, totally fucked. Anyway, I'm not going to do any screenshots tonight then, am I? I'm not. It's on stream anyway. So yeah, that was 2 years ago, and this year unfortunately she didn't sort of live long enough to see Fantasticon this year. But Dan very kindly agreed to dedicate some of the convention sponsorship to her, and some of the charity drive and some of the money brought in would go towards her chosen charity, and that was nice. That was a lovely thing to know was happening, and she would have appreciated it, and she would have loved it, and she always had a strong place in her heart after that Great Dave Shave for the Fantasticon denizens. She thought they were amazing. She thought they were an amazing bunch of people, and she always asked about them whenever I saw her, and always asked how everyone was getting on and if anything else was happening and when the next one was. And she'd have loved to have come last year, but she was just too ill. With loads of stuff going on, and we couldn't organise get everything together, and she just wasn't well enough to make it. And sadly this year she passed away. Sadly a few weeks before she was due to go on holiday, a couple of weeks before she was due to go on holiday as well. But yeah, so she would have loved it, and she would have loved everything that was going on and what everyone was up to, and the chaos and the comedy and the madness and the insanity and the mead. But that was lovely to know that her picture was in there at the door, and the people were going to see her picture as they walked past and read that little bit of information that Dan put together about her, and that was heartwarming for me. So that was the second best thing. But I think the top thing was bringing the paintful. The top thing for me about it was the RPG getting back into the light again. I did enjoy the ability to bring the RPG back out and get it played again, and sort of have one last run through before hopefully it goes live. And the experience of having the other RPG guy there as well, John Lund from the Elite Dangerous RPG, and supporting each other and doing some amazing things together, having a great game together, and sort of enjoying what we did. We didn't get to do half the stuff we intended to do. He was going to run my game, I was going to run his game, and the first day just turned into a mad socialising event, which is what it should be. And it's actually probably better for both of us and for the con that that's the way it was, because he got to spread the word about his book, I spread word about my book, we spread word about each other's book, which I think was quite important. And I think I'm hoping that in a way we've proved to the community that as two individual projects in the same genre and in the same line, we are not at loggerheads with each other, we're not in competition with each other, we're supporting each other, because we have taken totally different tacks on this RPG scenario. Definitely, yes, Colin, miniatures game. There is definitely room for a miniatures game. The genre needs a dedicated, properly rendered, properly modelled miniatures game. And if you don't get a license from Frontier, they are missing a trick. Completely missing a trick. And I think your system has the legs to stand on its own. Definitely. If they'll give you a break, and at least give you the ability to go ahead and produce, and trust you to do the quality models that we know you can do, and there is the facility out there to get done, not a problem. Not a problem. Yes, do it. Keep pushing, mate. If I can help, I'll help. Yeah. But the EDRPG takes it from one direction. It takes them from what you can go forward into the future with. It builds a framework that you can build forward from their standpoint of lore, because they don't have a lore license. The Elite Encounters RPG, my RPG, is the only book in publication that has the actual Frontier lore. The actual Frontier Elite Encounters developed in-house lore is in that book. EDRPG has gone for the license that doesn't have that. They've gone for a commercial license, which means they can take the framework of Elite Dangerous' current setting and expand it and take it forward into different directions and let the players create something. E does that as well, but EDRPG takes it to that next level and says the stuff that is in this game is not in the computer game, but this is our vision of what it could be, and they've taken it forward from there. And I think both of those aspects, both of those directions, and both of those centres are very, very positive and very, very exciting. And I think both are going to take I think if you're going to have a complete experience, I think it might be worth getting both, I have to say. So big love for John Lunn. He was very supportive. He's an amazing guy, very humble, very. He was actually very much downplaying his own product. He wasn't saying it was rubbish or it was worse or anything like that, but he was saying that he didn't want to put it front and centre when we were doing the RPG session. He wanted to put mine front and centre, and that is a hell of a lot for someone to say. They're waiting on word back from their printers about the book, because they're going for physical books first off. So they're just waiting, getting them back from the printers. There's been some issues. They were meant to have them going out for Fantasticon, but sadly couldn't make it. And he was quite down about that and quite negative about that, which is a shame. But when it comes, it's going to be awesome sauce. So that was probably the best part, was role playing for me being the centre of my attendance again for the first time in a year. Making that new contact with John, getting to know what the new RPG is about, and going forward from there. And I think it's all good. It's all good. And it's amazing the fact that we've actually come to this point where we're practically releasing at the same time. No. The Ian Bell complaint was a good few months ago now, and that was essentially something to do with the content of the book. That wasn't the print run. The print run issue that John described to me as of this week, which was something that literally happened at the start of last week, when they were told that they would have to resubmit the electronic media because there's some problems with the print colours, like different colour gradients were wrong and the saturations were wrong. You know, paper print and stuff that you never think about when you're doing electronic stuff. Stuff that I'll have to think about when I come to doing the print on demand copies. I do know that I'll probably have to export a separate version of the PDF using options for print rather than options for screen, because it changes the saturation levels and changes the way the colours are made. I think there's an issue between using RGB, which is designed for screens, and using CMYK, which is the output for print. Because CMYK is your ink colours, whereas RGB is your light colours. So yeah, they were ready to go, but it was technical issues with the actual printing itself that caused the problems. So yeah, there was no legal issue in there. So yeah, that's it basically. And the one thing I would insert at position 1A on that list is that when I first got to Fantasticon on Saturday morning about 10 o'clock, Mr. Brooks, Michael Brooks of Frontier fame, was sitting at the front of the auditorium, and I saw him as we came in and we shook hands and had a quick hello, and obviously I was carrying the RPG with me at that point in its box, and had a quick chat. I had a bit of a on the QT conversation with me, but one of the things he said, I gave him a look at the printed off copy, the one that DJ now has, and he was giving me some feedback about it. And one thing I've been very conscious of is that I've not really had much in the way of actual critical feedback about the actual book. I've had the comments about this needs to go, that needs to go, this is wrong, that's wrong, but there's been nothing actually objectively about the book itself. So is it a good book? Does it look good? Does it play good? Is it formatted right? Is it nice? You know, is it nice is the basic thing. And Michael has now been the first person from Frontier to say to me, and I quote, "You should be proud of this." Commander Inferox, I appreciate the host, but I am literally just closing down for the night. I have got 3 more sentences to say and then I'm going. But it is very much appreciated, thank you. What was I going to say? Yeah, so that is the first feedback I've had from a member of Frontier staff about what they think, what is actually thought of the book, and Michael thinks it's something to be proud of, and that to me means a hell of a lot. An absolute hell of a lot. So if you ever watch this stream, you ever watch this YouTube video or whatever else, Michael, thank you for being the first person to give me some positive feedback. At least from here anyway. Very, very appreciated, and it has given me that next level of hope that the book is going to at least do fairly well. Follow Host and Lurk, sorry, in bed, and see you at Fantasticon, so I thought follow a fellow streamer. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the follow, thank you for the host, and thank you for popping on and saying hi. Anytime, you're welcome. So yeah, that's it. We're done. I'm going to sign off now. I'm probably going to hop over to DJTruthSayer stream and say hi while I try and fix things at this end. And then try and get the video uploaded. So I'm going to sign off now. Oh, sit up straight and look semi-professional, Dave. It's been an awesome weekend. It's been an awesome stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be on same time next week. Same back time, same back channel. Oh God, Mehmet Yasin Kodaz, thank you for the follow. I hope I got that right. That's a ridiculous name. Can you not call yourself Bob? Or Bob7? I'd appreciate it, because it doesn't make my tongue tie itself in a knot and then spit out of my nose. Yes, so thank you very much everyone. I hope you've had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the chat about Fantasticon. I'm sorry I didn't play very much this evening, but we did kind of get a bit carried away. Thanks to DJ for coming on, thanks to DJ Stream for coming on, thanks to the Hammers of Slough for coming on, Nat's Right, Playpy, Mad Dog, God, the rest of them, Nat's Right, everybody else for popping on for a while, and all you regular guys, Colin, Garzini, Stuart, Difford, who's gone now, and all you other guys. Thank you. Have a good night, have a good week, and oh, pardon me, and if I don't see you before, I'll see you next Monday. Fly safe.